Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're gonna be casting another game of the monthly championship of May between Kings Never Die versus Half Man, Half Bear, Half Pig. Today I'm joined with Hallie, my co-caster.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, Hallie. So before we go into the game, we're gonna be looking at the builds of the two teams, which are there. Hallie, can you present us MBP builds?
All right, so for half man, half bear, half pig, we've got a AOB Dervish, Melshot Ranger, Lightning Surge, Ellie. We've got what looks like a sort of illusion mesmer with fragility and some snares on it. Sort of standard SOS Necro. We've actually got a PNH Pro. I don't think it's too bad on this map, but Shield of Absorption, that's pretty risky against the double mesmer build. And then you've got your sort of standard 7 and 8 bars there. So all around it looks like quite a versatile build that can handle a lot of split situations and move about the map pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. What I forgot to mention is the map is gonna be Worms, and I think indeed their build is pretty versatile. They have a lot of splitting characters. I think something interesting to note though is they're playing a Melshot Ranger in that Flux, which is a bit weird,
Yeah,
especially with no self-heal.
that's not very common.
So I'm not sure what his goal is gonna be, and I think a Flux Ranger would do the same, if not better, than he's gonna be doing. On the cast side, we have what looks like a double Ellie split with two Ellies, Patient and Healing Breeze Ellies. One playing the classical L Surge Ellie, and the other the classical Mindburn Ellie. Interesting to note, they don't have what's this called? The erupt skill in
Yeah,
her to interrupt to go with the Fire Ellie. They have an AOB Dervish, which is always a very good class to play in the double LE build. And they have two Dom Mesmers, Fluxed. Interesting to note, they have two Backfires, so I guess they're gonna be trying to be at opposite sides of each other all the time, which is, I think, gonna be hard considering they're playing a double LE build. So I think it's a questionable bars for the Mesmer, but I think it can definitely work in the right situation. And then for the monk, we have a classical prot with a reverse X, a classical fuse, and we have a non-classical runner that's fluxed.
interesting.
Interesting is to say the least, I think. But probably not very crazy good, but maybe I'll be proven wrong.
Yeah.
So I think overall, considering it's worms, we're gonna be seeing like a lot of moves for the two teams. What do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, judging by MBP's build, there's going to be loads of movement, and people are going to be contesting for that health shrine at the bottom as well.
What do you think about MBP's Mesmer's build?
It's a bit different, isn't it? I don't know how useful fragility is actually.
Yeah, I think it's arguably questionable this build. Like
It
we've been
is.
seeing illu Mesmer this month, but they all add at least clumsiness or something along those lines. This guy has none of them. Um, he has two snares though, so
Yeah, he's got
that's
two snares.
that's good for the map.
Yep.
Fragility definitely works good with some members of his team, like the Dervish or the Necro. You can't take that out. But overall, his bar is very unconventional.
I don't think
Uh,
clumsiness would actually be too good against Cass anyway, with this
in
current
that
build.
case, definitely not. It wouldn't do
Oh,
much except if he's facing the Dervish. But pretty unconventional build. Like
yeah,
definitely, to say the least, it's very
definitely a new
interesting.
one.
Like I'm very looking forward to see what he's gonna bring to the table in that game. So let's jump into the game now.
All right, let's
Are you
go.
ready?
Uh huh.
All
Without
right, let's
further
go.
ado.
All right, the game is just starting. Perfect. So
Lovely.
we have Cass on the blue side and MBP on the right side. Who do you think in that game, given like the team builds, who do you think has an edge, like only build wise?
Hmm, I mean, it's hard to call.
I
It's,
think it's
it's
hard
it's
to
quite
call.
hard to call.
I
It
think
is
it's
quite hard to call.
pretty hard to call. Like it's gonna come down a lot to the players themselves and the strategies, I guess.
Definitely. And how the team up around the map as well
Definitely,
for the
yeah.
skirmishes.
I think any of the two builds could win the game at the end. The definitely the cast build is more conventional, like double A split has proven its worth in the past,
Hmm.
while MBP's build is a bit of a modified irony build.
Yeah. Also,
Uh,
MBP lack a lot of shutdown against Cass's build
yeah,
as well.
definitely. Well, the good thing going for them, if I'm not mistaken, is that they have a Ren Ranger.
Yeah, that'll be good
So
against
that
those
is
elites.
that is absolutely what you want to have against double elite split. Like the Rend
Totally.
Ranger is gonna be the worst enemies of the elites. Interesting strategy for MBP. They go with 6 people at the shrine. I don't think I've seen that often in the
Yeah.
past.
They really want that shrine.
They don't want to be leaving that shrine for anyone.
But it worked, I guess. They got it.
Yeah, kinda. Cass is trying to. Okay, I think
Taking advantage of this.
first mistake from Cass already is that they one of the mesmer. What what I mean is that one of the mesmers should always be with the dervish at any moment in the game because the dervish alone is nothing. And at that happened there, they could have rushed the number 7 of MBP
Mm.
because he was standing there alone and the other monks were done there. So I think one of the mesmer has to know he always has to stand with the dervish at any moment in the game, which they are doing right now, which is very good. And they
But
killed the monk. That's pretty surprising.
how did they kill that? So they got a dervish, a mesmer, and an L surge there.
Yeah, questionable death right there from MBP.
Looks like MBP will have to pull back at main team now.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be quite a hot game to follow because I think that we're gonna be seeing moves all around the map all the time. I can count like at least 5 to 6 solo splitters that can like go around the map
Yeah,
by
exactly.
themselves. So that's gonna be quite hard to follow at some times. And the Necro is splitting by himself. Actually, just did the archer there, I would guess. Yeah, the archer is gonna die.
Does Matoko have a monk with him?
So
Getting
what?
pretty low there.
Okay, so the that mesmer, which I was wondering what it was gonna bring to the table, is apparently splitting, like not splitting, sorry, flagging. So I think he can definitely do that as good as anyone else.
Oh yeah, definitely. As long
That's
as
for
he's
sure.
got dash,
Yeah,
it's
that's for sure.
pretty fine.
It's interesting. Looking at MVP's Necro, um, you can guess that they won't be running flags on him at any point. Like the guy doesn't seem to be wanting to run flags. I think they're gonna leave that to the mesmer.
Yeah, they've just been splitting aggressively with him for
Yeah,
most of the game
well,
so far.
he's definitely a good solo speeder.
Definitely, yeah.
Very strong solo speeder. Even against allies, he fares okay. Well, not of course not 2 of them, so we might
No,
wanna go back right now
yeah.
because
Looks like Brad's on his way to him though. He should get out just fine.
yeah, he's gonna be okay. His monk is following damage properly. That's good. And we see
Looks
that
like
yeah, Cass is already killing a knight. That's big.
yeah, well
Oh,
played there.
yeah,
Taking the initiative to push up and get the knights. Who else is not much damage at main team?
yeah, they're using the dervish properly in that team build. Definitely want to be going for the knights. Them killing a knight at 3 minute at the 3 minute mark is a big deal for the rest of the game.
Definitely.
Because when you're playing 2 Ellie builds, not only the 2 Ellies are gonna be killing NPCs, definitely the main team can push for that, and as you just saw there, they did that properly.
Yeah,
So good move from Cass. They're already ahead in the game. They already did a kill too, so I think they're doing a good job. They're pulling back now because I think they're getting collapsed. So pretty good game from Cass for those first 4 minutes. They even have the
they're going for the shrine right
yeah,
now
they
with two
even
Ellie's.
are gonna have the shrine. So they're on point right now.
But it looks like MBP are back on the counter attack. Yeah, they've got Ellie and number 8 going to shrine.
Yeah.
So they can actually, I think they might be able to kill the two Ellies if they got caught, but it's not going to be possible, I don't think.
No, I think the cast is gonna go back. Or actually, number 8 is coming, so they should
Oh,
stay. They
yeah,
shouldn't move from here. It's pretty questionable move from 8 though, because he's basically coming
only
just for
one
an LA,
damage.
yeah.
Yeah,
So arguably some cast monks are at risk if MBP decides to go ham on them.
So it looks like the Ranger's going down to Shrine now as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
Might be
don't think
better for him to
he's
stay up main team then.
I don't think he's doing the correct job so far in the game. I think he should be following those Ellies like a mini pet probably. Like he should never leave them off the map ever. Like he should always be running after them. He's gonna be
Yeah.
MVP's defense against the Ellies the whole game.
Yeah, I think him and the number 8 should just stick to the
Yeah,
Ellies.
definitely is what you want to be doing with their build. I think against a double Ellie build because him and 8 can defend the two Ellies very easily.
Yeah.
He has reps, he has a rend to remove all the ancients of the Elise, which is gonna be annoying for them, and also he has a known good armor against Elise. So
Looks like Cass have now sent the mesmer down to split, so they got 3 damage on bottom now.
yeah, so that makes sense considering they have two backfires. That makes sense that
Spread out,
um
yeah.
they actually like have a mesmer stick to the Elise because then now they become very deadly to a solo monk. Basically,
Yeah.
even if he didn't have backfire, just with the shatter, he becomes very deadly.
Pushing into the base now, into MBP's base, and defending with a monk and an Ellie. I think the prot needs to get back.
Yeah, or the ranger. If the ranger gets back as well, it's fine.
Yeah, they got no
The
monk with them, so.
they kill the Nosher for free. This is a good move for Cass, like slow and steady.
Yeah, they're definitely just going for the 28 game.
Yeah, they're doing that properly for now. Oh, and something is going on in Cass base, and they don't seem aware of it. The Necro is solo splitting the base peacefully
Oh,
and
hello.
killing NPCs.
Damn, that is not what you want.
Nope. If it gets unnoticed, he might wipe the full base and reduce all cast efforts to kill NPCs
Yeah.
to zero, basically.
Such a shame, really, because Cass have been playing really good to get the NPCs at this point. It's just
Yeah,
throwing away all their work.
they've been playing
One
very good
Necro.
so far. And Necro is actually one of the. He's a very good solo splitter, don't get me wrong, but at killing knights, it's pretty bad. Even at killing archers, it's good, but it's not the best. Definitely, it takes time. So he already got one archer, one knight, and he seems to be still unnoticed. That's a
Davish is also
breaking
getting
point
health
of the
shrine right
game.
now from MBP.
So good job to that Necro, definitely. As I was saying earlier in the game, he seems to be a very offensive Blood Necro, and it's paying off for him right now.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. Like you don't see that from Necros every day, and he
No.
kills two knights and an archer. Well played to him, and he's not gonna die.
MVP.
He's actually playing Dark Escape Necro. I didn't pinpoint that in the team builds, but it makes sense that it splits offensively now. It doesn't
Yeah.
have dash, so
He's
he's
not running
definitely not.
flags, and
Yeah, he's
it's good for
definitely
him.
not gonna be the flag runner for MVP. Oh, he has dash as well. Okay, so he's gonna be running around the map. That's very good.
I
Good
wonder what
job
he
from
dropped
him.
for his dash then. Probably, maybe his self heal, I guess. I haven't seen him use it.
I am gonna be no. He did have a selfie. That's for sure. I'm gonna be
Oh, there he,
cheating and tell
he's got it.
you. Oh, the build on memory is actually wrong, unfortunately. So it didn't say it had a dark escape. Is why I didn't see it, and you didn't see it either.
No,
But I would say he left Angorodon maybe.
perhaps, yeah.
If you're gonna be splitting, I think the Angorodon is the best skill to drop because honey brings energy, and do you need energy when you're killing an archer? Pretty much no. And meanwhile, Monk died after time.
I know.
So could it be the game actually?
I'm not sure. I actually think this does go to 28 this game. So,
Oh, they managed to res a monk, so they're gonna be fine. But no, number 6 is pushing again. Oh, actually, he's running away from
yeah.
damage, but using SOA is not what you want, I think, to survive.
I think
As
basically how they wiped on the back line was all of Cass's damage just collapsed back to main team. Wiped them
yeah,
out.
that was questionable again from MBP. I don't think they should have wiped like that. Yeah, double LE damage is really undullable if you play correctly and you follow damage. Of
Yeah.
course, you can wipe sometimes. Not wipe, but of course you can take one death out of a collapse sometimes, but you shouldn't
Yeah.
wipe of it.
I
I
think the rate was just a little bit late.
is the Necro gonna get away from this? It should be. Oh, he used his self-fill. That's pretty questionable. It's interesting to see if any of the two mesmers of Cass as a snare. If they don't, it's a pretty big mistake for them, especially because one snare of the mesmer on a dumb mesmer is meta this month.
Yeah,
I think it would be a big mistake for them to not have a snare.
definitely. I mean, the only cripple or condition they've got to
Yeah,
slow people down is a dervish. So
yeah. Apart from that, they have
they're never
like
defending with
they
the
have
dervish. So
they have a KG with the ulcers, but that's about it. So
yeah, it's
having a
not
snare
optimal.
on one of the mesmer would be very huge. I hope they did bring one. I kinda doubt it, but I hope they did because it would add a lot more to their build. So we have what we wouldn't expect from this game, a 8v8 situation. Like it doesn't really. I think it's still better for the double LE somehow because they have two dumb mesmers. But okay, one LE is already going in the back.
Yeah,
I think that's a fair decision. Cass already has a backup. Basically, Cass is under control of this game minus the free NPCs they gave MBP earlier on.
did they wipe the whole base, or
Yeah, only the bodyguard is left.
we got a bodyguard and archer up?
If MVP didn't kill the knights and the archer on the necro, I would go as far as say Cass is hardly gonna be losing this game
Yeah, for
because
sure.
when you play double LE and you kill all the NPCs,
Need to stay alive.
you just basically need to keep yours alive and you're good to go for
Exactly.
28. It seems like MVP doesn't really know what to do right now.
Coming
They're
up with a battle plan. Looks like.
yeah, they're kind of turtling their base. They're not pushing a flag out, and Cass is doing a good job containing it.
Yeah,
Basically, Cass is in a situation where even if they lost all those NPCs, like the two knights and the archer, they're just fine, just waiting out right now.
yeah, they'd have the advantage for
Yeah,
position-wise for low
definitely.
damage.
MVP should have a little DP on some people, even though they had a boost. But I think some people might be still minus 10 or something. So yeah, basically with them waiting out for 28 is a good call. What I wonder is, are we gonna be talking about the game if they decide to turtle until 28?
I don't know. Hopefully something happens.
Hopefully they decide to go out with someone. Or maybe Cast decides to push in, even though I don't think they should, honestly.
Nah, it's
It's
pretty
none of
in the
their
bag at the
advantage.
minute.
Yeah, it's a matey, you don't wanna throw a game like that. Take the risk to go in and have one of them MVP guys going out or something. So they're really happy containing MVP basically.
I think this Necro's got some balls though. I think he's gonna push soon. Perhaps, judging by the way he's played this game.
Maybe yeah, some dark escape run through the team action.
Yeah.
It could be yeah. He's an offensive necro, so why not? He's already like trying to bait
Working his
people
way.
out,
Yeah.
trying to find a way maybe where we can jump that cliff and go out. I don't know. I didn't even know there was such a place in Worms actually.
No, I've never been up there.
It's pretty cool.
Quite nice.
Quite nice view too.
Yeah.
It looks like MBP are actually getting back at it
Yeah, it looks like they're
from
gonna
main
try
door
and push.
all
Got most of
together
the team
for
pushing
now.
out the main. They haven't brought a flag though, which is questionable.
I think it's a bit more than questionable.
Just trying to be nice here, aren't you?
They just wait for 10 minutes and forget the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's questionable.
Just
I think very interesting though. They're defending with the mesmer and two monks,
yeah.
but that
I don't know.
mesmer doesn't do anything whatsoever.
No, he won't actually. He won't do anything.
Because Cass has eels on the Elise, so basically, okay, the guy is taking
Okay,
damage. Don't
looks
get
like
me
the
wrong.
range is coming back now.
but he's not taking enough damage. That I don't know. I don't think that. I think that illu mesmer is a non-factor. And okay, MBP is getting the bodyguard for free. That's
Yeah.
interesting. And the cast is defending with 2 monks.
This is the free damage. I think they need to send one
Oh,
damage back, really.
yeah, definitely, because I think one Ellie, one Dervish, one Necro beats 2 monks, man, at some point. Because they have the strip, and the strip hurts a lot.
Without any NPCs, for sure.
The problem is that the Dervish doesn't have self-heals.
No.
So basically Cass is playing it very wrong, not playing in the pit.
Yeah.
They need to go in the pit so that the Dervish takes damage from the Archer and the Guild Lord. And the Ellie and the Necro don't have a res, so if the Dervish dies, he dies.
Cast still aren't sending a damage back, it looks like, as well.
Well, they're managing. They're okay, I guess. I guess they're good. Like the Dervish is gonna take ages to regen, and Cass is deciding to do low damage, which I think is fair. Yeah, they have 3-4 damage. I guess they could try to kill as well, but they wanna go the low damage route. I don't think I can blame them. MBP hasn't done a single low damage, I think, as you would expect. But they're sending a monk, man. Oh,
Oh.
okay. So now at this point, I think Cass should be trying to kill.
Yep.
And
Kill that main.
now that MBP has a monk, Cass indeed sent a damage back, but I think that's too little.
Now that number
Cass
6
needs
is alone against
yeah,
Ellie and a Necro at this point.
Cass needs to send another damage. They're winning on low damage. They have already won on low damage. They need just not to die in their base.
Yep.
They need to send another damage.
Could have done that a long time ago.
A monk dies and they have no res. I think that's game over.
Yeah.
This has to be game over. What is Cass doing? Number 7 is.
I guess they only have a res on the Dervish as well. So.
Okay, well, it's game over.
Yeah.
Lord is dead in 20 seconds, not even. Okay, Cass just threw the game so bad, tactically wise. I don't even think it's for the fault of the people in the base.
No.
Unless they said, don't send back anything, we're good, which would be questionable.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's a big throw.
I mean, the only way that they could have survived that was if they had NPCs still alive. But
Yeah. If they had NPCs still alive, that would have been fine.
yeah.
But they didn't, so they didn't send at least one damage back, one more damage back, and it might have been not enough even. They had already won by low damage, so yeah. I guess good job to MBP. I think Cast threw that game big time. They definitely had it in the bag. Yeah, do not do this at home, boys. Thank you for commentating with me, Ali, again.
No problemo.
And thank you for watching, guys, and peace out.